Hi everyone. First, let me apologize for the sound quality. I have my music headphones. It's got a mic on it, and I don't usually use this when I create these videos. I usually have a better mic. But for today's purposes, it'll have to do. I want to talk to you about a brand new app that I've been playing with lately, and it's really awesome. This is a cool app that I hope you can take advantage of. This is called Attending.io. What it is it's an invitation app that allows you to invite people to, say, a book release party or a class demonstration or a party or a library event, a reading. I'm sure you could think of tons of ways to use this. And it's a really great invite in that it's not like e-invite, which actually sends an invitation to your list of contacts. Actually, what it does is provide you a link that you can put into a newsletter, you can put it into an email, you can post it on Facebook or Twitter and have people click on it if they're interested and see the invitation. Let's say you want to do a meetup with a group of people and you're going to be, say, in New Jersey. At an event, and you want to send this out and say, hey, I'm going to have coffee at so-and-so's coffee shop. Who wants to meet up with me? First cups on me. And you send the link to them and they can respond. And you can say it's one of the things that it allows you to do is limit the number of attendees. So you can say, first come, the first 10 people who respond get to have coffee with me. You'll notice that it's got a public function and it's got a private function. The public function posts all of the events on Attending.io. So if you went to Attending.io's website, you would see a list of events there. By being private, it allows you to send it only to the people who are truly interested. So you might not want to make it public because who knows who could show up to this event. And I want you to think about another way we can use this as a private event and making it limited to a certain number of people. And we'll talk about what that does to people when they think, oh, this is a limited time offer or it's a limited event only for a few people. It makes them take action. Hopefully. The other thing that happens on here as we walk through this site, you'll see that we can add a background photo. Maybe you want to put your book cover up there. What happens is it only adds it to this page, this part of the page. So it won't add the whole cover. So you've kind of got to figure out, what it is you want to put there. It allows you to change colors if you want, change the opacity, add a gradient. We can put a logo here. Maybe you want to put your picture. Maybe you want to have, your picture there or something that you do that you're using for your author brand. You can add a one-line overview of your event. In this case, if it's a book release party, hey, join me for my book release party for The Gate. Or you can put a little thing there. There'll be another opportunity. You can show your contributors. You can add a hashtag. You can find out who's attending, so you can show a list of attendees. You definitely want to know who's coming. You can limit this event to X amount of attendees, and you can ask attendees to opt in to the newsletter. Okay, so this is probably one of the best features of this invite that I think is really awesome. Your newsletter is your communication with people who want to hear from you. They've already said, hey, I want to get your information, I want to get your newsletter, but what about other people who may not know about this or may not follow your newsletter? As you know, on Facebook, you can't go out and just get all your followers' emails. Facebook doesn't give you that information. Even though they've given it to a lot of other people, they're not going to give it to you. And neither is Twitter. That's information that they hold close to the vest. And they have people's privacy concerns. In fact, you can get in trouble for asking for email addresses directly off your page. Somebody can report you to Facebook, and they can close your account or put you in Facebook jail for 30 days. So this gives you kind of a workaround to that. So remember, your email list is gold, and that's people who want to hear from you. They want to be part of your world. So getting those email addresses is probably one of the coolest features of this, because e-invite doesn't do that. Then you can send a welcome message afterwards. You can maintain a Twitter list, and then you can hide the attending IO branding. Once we start to put information in here, more windows are going to pop up. And the branding info is right here on attending. So this is, if you don't want that on there, you can take that off if you want. Now, it also allows you to have comments on your e-invite. So, a lot of times people on the invitation, on e-invite will say, oh, I can't make it, I'm going to be out of town, or thanks for the invite. Remember that these are people who want to be here. So you can disable it if you don't want comments, or you can leave the comments up there. People will say, hey, I can't wait to see you, or I'm excited, I can't wait to have dinner with you, or go to coffee, or I can't wait for the reading. So there's some advantages to having the comments up there. Maybe they want more information. Anyway, so this is one of those things where it's kind of up to you whether you have it or not. But let's go back up here. So when we come to here, I'm going to just take this out, and I'm going to put my event is going to be, let's say, a book release party. A book release party for The Gate. I'm just going to put my book in there. Where is it happening? Now here's a cool feature of this. Once you start to type in information, let's say you're going to be at the public library. And in my case, I'm going to put, it's the John Steinbeck Public Library. And as I start to put in L-I, it automatically auto-populates thanks to Google. And what it does is it puts the whole address in there for me. So I don't have to do that. And that's one of the cool features here. So as long as you know where you're going to be, let's say I wanted to meet everybody at the bar at Chili's in Salinas. I could put Chili's restaurant in here, and it's going to give the address. When's it happening? So we can give a rough estimate for now. We can say, hey, mark it on your calendar. Maybe this is, mark it on your calendar, the book party for The Gate. Then you can get a list of attendees, or people who might come, or get an idea of who's going to be coming by giving a rough time. But in this case, I'm actually going to specify a date. A calendar pops up, and I'm going to say June 1st. This is a great feature because, again, I don't have to figure it all out. I can give the times and the dates when I want to be there. And it puts this in military time, so you might have to tell your friends, take 12 off. If you don't know how to do military time, their actual time, you take 12 off 18, so that makes it 6 o'clock. And we're going to go to 9 p.m., let's say. And the other cool thing is it allows you to set up your time zone. So if you're on the East Coast, you can put East Coast time. If you're in the Central Time Zone, you'll notice it's got Central Time, Mountain Time, and Pacific Time. So far that's great. So if we click Done, it says, oh, here it is. Are you attending? Everything's all set up. And look, it gives me from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. Friday, 1st of June, Pacific Time. The Are You Attending button isn't for you, it's for your attendees. Now, we can add a background photo, again, the cover of your book, or flowers, or something else. Maybe you have, remember that it's the background to this information. So you may not want to put an image there that it might conflict with. You can change the color. So if you wanted to change the color, you could change it to blue, red, yellow, pink, whatever you want. And then you can change the opacity and add a gradient. I've added the sapphire logo. You could add your own logo or you could take it off. You don't have to have one. And then add a one-line overview of your event. So again, we can just say book release. We can say, hope you can come. We don't have to put all of that. Just be very succinct in adding a one-line overview for the event. We can say it's centered. Sorry about that. You can show your contributors, and that would be speakers if you have people that are also going to be with you. Sponsors, if anybody's sponsoring the event. And then you can have who the hosts are. You can add a hashtag. So maybe I want to put in a hashtag that says book boost. Why it's coming in backwards, I have no idea. You can add a Twitter. You can send this to Twitter. You can post it to Facebook or Instagram. So if we said Instagram, it's going to actually want me to, I don't want to do that. Let's go back. It's most likely going to ask me to log into my Instagram account, so I don't want to do that. So do we have a hashtag? So anyway, you can put a hashtag in there. You can limit this event to a certain number of people. Now, the reason I think this is a really great feature, if you said, I'm only having 10 coffee with 10 people, the first 10 people who sign up for the event get to be on the guest list. So now you have 10 people, hopefully, who are going to rush to sign up to your event. You can put 20, 75, 100. You can put as many people on here as you want. But think of the idea that if you say, I'm limiting this to 10 people, be one of those 10. They're going to probably sign up right away, especially if they're your followers and they're your fans. So that's really kind of driving them to sign up. The next thing that I think is awesome is you ask them to opt into your newsletter. So that's going to be the ask. I'm going to give you this really great event. Sign up for my newsletter and stay connected. And then you can send a welcome message by telling them that they're going to get your newsletter, and they should sign up for your newsletter so that they can keep up with all the happenings with your book release party or your event that you're going to communicate with them through the newsletter. This really makes them drive to opt into the newsletter. You can send a welcome message here. Hey, thanks for joining me for the book event. I can't wait to meet you. Hope you are excited as I am. We can hide the IO branding if we wanted to, which means they're not going to put that down there. You can maintain a Twitter list. So when you go to put your Twitter handle and you put all your Facebook followings in there or listed on Twitter, it'll keep a list of all that. Here's the John Steinbeck Library. It even puts together a map for you, for your attendees. And now we can customize this so you can put your own event here, so you can create your own custom ULR. And why would you want to do that? Because that gives you a little bit of personalization, let's say. And otherwise, I'm going to have this big ULR up here. It says book release party for the gate. So this is going to be my big ULR if I want to share this and watch. If I say I want to tweak this event out, so I'm going to click on Twitter. Here's my link. So here's the big link for this event. Don't use that. Customize it. Don't let that be the link that you use for your event. Otherwise, something's going to happen. It always does. It gets truncated in an email, or it gets cut off, or, half of this gets put on a separate line and people don't see it, then they get lost. So That's your link. Don't do it. So going back, again, customize the event so that you can get your own custom link for your event. And why it's writing it backwards, I have no idea. So let's see what happens when we save this. Let's look at our preview. So here's the release party for the gate. Are you attending? It's disabled until you publish. Be the first to attend. Add it to your calendar, which is another awesome feature. I just love this, okay? And then you can have them share it with others, okay? This might be one of those places where you say, hey, share it with 5 of your friends, get 25 people to come, and I'm going to bring swag for everybody. That's the other reason you want to know who's coming and how many people are going to be at your event, because maybe you're giving swag away. Maybe you want to limit the people who attend because you are giving swag away. Or you're going to give them a free book for attending. You want to know how many people are coming. Do you want to give away 25 free ebooks or 10 free ebooks? So these are all things that you can think about. And then you can be the first to comment. This is Discus. We use this for our blog. And they can subscribe. Oh, notice here's the subscribe button. So subscribe and get email updates for the, for the discussion. So we can be the first to attend. Are you attending? Click. And they click and they get your info. Okay? So if we were to say publish, I should probably make sure that I made this event private because this is just a fake event. So I want to make sure. And notice it put it in backwards here, the gate. I have no idea why it did that. So I want to make this private. I want to save it again because it's, and I want to look at the preview. So now, the other thing you want to do is before you can even do anything, you have to sign in and create an account. So you can sign in with Twitter, Facebook, or I think this is Indeed, or LinkedIn, I'm sorry. This is your LinkedIn. So you can sign up with one of those accounts to get this freebie. So I'm going to cancel that. So take advantage of this, use it. It's really a great way to get a sense, to put together an event. You can notice there's no attendees currently applying to be a part of this yet, obviously. You can message everybody. You can download their email addresses or download their info in a spreadsheet that you can upload to MailChimp later when you get their email addresses. So let's go back to this. So this is, I think, a great tool for your marketing little toolbox. Use it, abuse it. Let me know what you think. Have fun with this. Again, this is just one of those things that I think it's a great tool for your toolbox. And I think it's better than Evite. Remember, you're giving them a custom link that allows them to only send it to certain people. Again, if you post it on Facebook, you're going to get everybody on Facebook. If you post it to Twitter, it's not private. But I think you'll have a lot of fun with this. So I hope you use it. I hope you try it out. If you have any questions, drop me an email, and I'll be happy to answer those. I hope you've liked this tutorial. So wait for the next one.